Alright, we're gonna face the east. First and foremost, we like to give all praise to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, double honor to the Elder Apostle GMS as well. Salute your brothers pushing this word. And to the serious strength of YAHAWASHI. And shalom to you brothers and sisters born in trust spirit of YAHAWASHI. Shalom to you too, right? We are at the prophesy the downfall of this wicked destructive kingdom known as Babylon the Great, Sodom and Gomorrah, Egypt, Rome, all those ancient empire bought up into one, controlled by Esau, Edom, so-called white men, the devil that we call Esau. We are together elect to the spirit of power, YAHAWASHI, by the word of YAHAWASHI. The elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of the Israelites and those in the grammar. Those are the true biblical Hebrew Israelites according to the King James Bible. Those are the only ones that's going to repent and come back and serve the Heavenly Father and His Son and keep the Spirit, right? So, water on this phone. So, last week, we had the brother Tazamah come down here from Memphis. And the video that we did last week is on his page, right? So I'm going to show you, right? Let me see something here. That's the video from last week, right? And what I'm gonna do is show y'all the page of where it's at, right? So that's where the video is. If you wanna check it out, that's where the video is on Tazamah page over there in Memphis, right? So you got to type it in just like it's saying down there in order to get to it, right? So if y'all want to see the last week's video, that's where you got to go, right? All right, you got to go on the live, because that's where it was. It was on live, all right? So, what was I finna say? Give me Obadiah. Now we finna go into the some of the news what's going on in the world. Now, you see what happened concerning Israel striking Iran. There's not much on it. You know, it's not showing a lot of explosions concerning how it happened to Israel. You know, you can't go on the media and see a lot of explosions. You know, stuff hitting the ground like they did, like Iran did to Israel. So they let me know, until something else come out, they let me know that Israel ain't did nothing. They just shot in the sky. You know, until some more information come out. But as of what's today's date? Today's Saturday,
October 26th.
Saturday, October 26th, 2024. So as of Saturday, October 26, 2004, when I looked at the news, with no explosions and, you know, big clouds of smoke over there in Iran, Israel shot this missile. Now I seen a lot of footage to where Iran was knocking stuff down out of the sky. But far as things exploding on the ground, I ain't seen none of that, man. So, and
then that professor that we was talking about,
Burundi,
yeah, I was just watching one of his videos, and he said that it wasn't as bad as what they expected. He said people weren't even woken out of their sleep.
Yeah, because what it was around 2, 3, 4 in the morning, somewhere around that time when it happened. You know, wee hours of the morning. So, just as far as we can see right now, Israel and America are weak. I can just tell you that. Okay. Now, you got on the news concerning Russia having troops. Russia having troops in you got in the news, you got North Korean troops in Russia. Now the video that they showing concerning troops that's on that film was shot in the far east of Russia, in where it ain't actually in Russia. It's basically like in between. It's like in China, and it's like in China, but them people could have migrated to the far east of Russia. Now you do got people that look like the Chinese that stay in Russia, and they speak Russian. So I'm gonna put it to you like that. But that video was shot in the Manchuria. That video was shot in Manchuria. And Manchuria, when you look at the map, that's what Manchuria is. That's in China, okay? But you do got so-called Chinese-looking people, right? That migrated in them areas and parts of Russia. So you do got so-called Chinese-looking people that citizens of Russia. So concerning North Korea, because see North Korea down here, okay? Manchuria up there. You got North Korea down there, right? You got North Korea down there. Well, hold on, that's South Korea, Salaki. You got North Korea right there. And then you got Manchuria right there. So they could migrate, so-called Chinese, migrate over there into Russia. So that's the video you see. Now, the difference between, they both Chinese and Japanese. Japanese is Ammon, Chinese is Moab, and they both descend from Lot. So they are brothers, okay? They are of the same lineage, but they just Chinese and Japanese. And when they say those are North Koreans, when you look at the map of Manchuria, you look at the map, that's in so-called China land, but it's bordering on Russia. So they could migrate over into there. Now you got to remember, again, the Chinese in the Bible is Moab. The North Koreans in the Bible is Japanese, and they Ammon. So when you watch the news, they got it all mixed up. If you don't do no research and go into the maps and stuff, you see, they have you all confused. But you do have so-called Chinese, okay, which call themselves Russian, okay, that look like so-called Chinese, that call themselves Russian citizens, will be in the Russian military, and also eventually North Korea is going to be in Russian military, because they do have treaties, and China they all going to be joined up eventually, okay? But I'm going to show you something with my boy, right? I'm going to show you something with my boy, right? Let me get my boy out. Let me get my boy. What I do with the video? I take it down? My goodness. What's going on? I took the video down. Let me see something. Let me see if I can pull it back. Y'all bear with me, see if I can pull it back. Now I'm gonna let my boy speak on it. Concerning it. My boy Scott Ritter. Let me let him speak on it. Right? Let me get to him. We're gonna speak on it concerning that situation. Let y'all see. Alright. This here you go.
The idea that somebody can take photographs of Koreans in Russian uniform and put it. I do agree, if there's going to be strategic military cooperation between Russia and North Korea, that you can have North Korean observers embedded doing things. What you will not have is North Korean combat units. First of all, Russia's a professional military fighting force. I would never want to go to war with another army I've never trained with. We don't have joint operation procedure. We have different languages, different everything, different fire control, maneuver concepts. It's the quickest way to guarantee defeat too. The quickest way to get the Russian people angry is have foreigners on their soil doing the fighting that the Russians should be doing. The Russian people aren't going to put up with a Korean military presence on their soil to liberate Kursk or to liberate the Donbass. And Russia doesn't need it. That's the other thing. The combat inefficiencies attached to using North Korean combat troops that actually weakens Russia. It doesn't mean that the North Koreans can't fight, but they have a different style of fighting. They fight in the North Korean system, which isn't the Russian system. Now, it doesn't mean that at some time in the future you won't see the Russians and North Koreans having joint maneuvers. We saw that with the Russians and the Chinese. They have major maneuvers in Inner Mongolia. One of the reasons is to practice having Russian units commanded by Chinese officers and Chinese units commanded by Russian officers and joint command, so that they know their procedures are the same, so that it's like NATO. That's why you can take a German battalion, unplug it, plug it into an American brigade, and it should be able to function because of the commonality of procedures, tactics, equipment, etc. The Russians and the Chinese are working on that. They've been working on that for decades. Russia and North Korea haven't been working on that. So it's going to take some time before they get to that level. It's absurd in the extreme. I would be shocked to find out that North Korea put 12,000 combat troops on the ground. And I would be shocked.
It's a division. Yeah, you can.
No, I'll tell you what I think is happening here. Because I looked at those videotapes. If those are North Korean troops, I can guarantee you two things. They're not special forces, and they're not frontline hard combat troops. You can just tell by the way people look. Look, I went out, I tried out for a Division I baseball team when I was back in the day, thinking I'm a good baseball player. And I was not bad. But I got on the field, and I watched these guys move with cat-like grace. And I watched them field a ball, and I watched them do that, and I went, I ain't this. That ain't me. That was the end of it. I've hung around guys who are combat soldiers who were trained to do it. And they have a certain air about them. What we saw on TV wasn't that. What that looked like was construction battalion guys. And North Korea has promised to send construction battalions to Russia to help reconstruct the Donbass. And Russia has, from my understanding, accepted that. So you may see North Korean construction troops not in combat, but working in the rear to rebuild apartment buildings and things of that nature. And that may be what we're seeing with some of these videos, but those aren't combat troops. That's not how combat troops operate.
North Korean army actually was involved into the construction activity. Forget about civilians. There have been like hundreds of thousands of them, ranging from seasonal workers for the Far East to actually, as Scott correctly stated, what is called straibat in Russian. Yeah, these are construction troops. They do things like, rebuild buildings. They do some communications, ground communications. They do even sometimes, the railroads. So, and this has been happening between North Korea and Russia even in the toughest times. Because essentially what North Korea would do, especially in 90s and 2000s, when they really went through this horrible situation with the famine and things of this nature, they would send those people to Russia to earn money. Russians will get them into this, fairly comfortable barracks. They will have heat, everything with plumbing and where to sleep. They will be fed, but they will work in the fields and things like that. And the Russian government would pay, obviously, North Korea, including for those, as Scott correctly stated, company battalion size, force, which is essentially engineering work. That's what it is. They just build things and primarily. So that's what it is.
Well, Scott, Andre, something else I wanted to move to. So I read the other day.
So I just wanted y'all to hear that. And then Scott Ritter goes into detail about his wife. His wife had a classmate, and the guy when he was over in New York, right? And she wanted to go see him. So her and Scott went to go see her classmate, his wife, because his wife was Russian, right? And when Scott seen the guy, he was like, well, this guy ain't Russian. You know what I'm saying? He looked like a so-called Chinese or North Korean. You know what I'm saying? Scott would look at him like, this ain't your classmate. But his wife was like, yeah, this is my classmate. And dude would speak fluent Russian. You know what I'm saying? But she's from Russia. She's actually born and raised in Russia. But she was saying dude was her classmate in high school. So dude could speak fluent Russian and he looked like a so-called North Korean or a Chinese. So in the Far East, they do look like that. If you search it out, Google images, say what people in Russia in the Far East look like. You know what I'm saying? In Mongolia, that's in Mongolia, but that's not actually in Russia. See, you got different. It's bordering. You see, there go Mongolia right there. You see, there go Mongolia, but that's Russia. But you do have people that migrate all in them areas, and they kids grow up in there, and they end up becoming Russian citizens and all that. You see, but America so far gone, man, concerning the right information, man. You got to do your own research. You got to educate your own self, man, because these people over here, man, are so far gone concerning education and information, man. It's ridiculous, man. Now I had people confused, repeating stuff, thinking that it's legit. That's why you have to fact check. You know what I'm saying? That's why you have to fact check, or you'll be saying something, you'll be repeating what they saying, and it'll be completely way left field, and you'll be thinking that it's right. You know what I'm saying? Well, I've seen it on there, and they said this, but when you fact check it, it'll be something totally different. That's why I played Scott Ritter, man, to let you know, man. You know, he knows concerning the tactics of Russia, and that was an actual Russian on the video with him, was telling you about the situation. Okay? So, you know, eventually Chinese and North Korea are gonna join on Russia. Eventually. But that's how it's supposed to play out. They got treaties together. They gonna join in before it's all said and done, man. They gonna join with the Russians, and they gonna be fighting, you know, America and whoever else on the side of America, like New Zealand, you know, and Australia, and people like, they gonna be fighting them people, man, because that's who on the side of America too. Can't forget about them, New Zealand and Australia on the side of America, okay? Matter of fact, Google, who are the five eyes? Who are the five eyes? Anything come up? They mentioned New Zealand, Australia. Okay, say it out loud, bro.
It says,
these are the five eyes.
it says Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States.
So they with United States. You see? So I mention them people because people hardly ever mention New Zealand and Australia.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But they ride with America. You see? And even America got in the Indian Ocean. Even America and Great Britain got bases on the Diego Island. You know what I'm saying? In the Indian Ocean. Matter of fact, the Indian Ocean. We finna get to the scriptures here in a second, but the Indian Ocean, man. There's the Indian Ocean right there, man. Okay? There's the Indian Ocean, man. Right there. You got America got secret bases on Diego's Island, man. You can YouTube it. You can Google it, man. Okay? They got secret bases. Great Britain and America got secret bases in the Indian Ocean on Diego's Island, man. And look what Diego's Island, the Indian Ocean is down there. Okay? The Indian Ocean is down there. Look at there. You got Yemen. I mean, you got Oman, you got Yemen, you got Iran. Right there. Okay? That's the Arabian Sea. But the Indian Ocean is down there, man. They go Australia right there. You see? So America's down in there, man. And Great Britain. But that's a secret. that YAHAWASHI knows about. So I just sprung it on y'all. There it goes. I YouTube it, Google it, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But give me Obadiah. We gonna be jumping around everywhere. So we gonna be everywhere today. So y'all just bear with me. Obadiah. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. Let's start up there. Oh no, hold on. I started at 5 and lead all the way down to that's what I want. Concerning Teeman. Now we do know Teeman is the Germans, right? We do know Teeman is the Germans, and they're supposed to be the wisest amongst Edomites. Okay, so give me what you got, Al.
All right, this is the book of Obadiah, and this is verse 5. It says, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? Question. If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? Question. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound unto thee. There is none understanding in him.